On the planet, there are interesting and amazing stories that happen on the surface. However, have you ever wondered what unusual things have been found underwater? In this video, we will know 6 fabulous and incredible facts that will leave you shocked, all captured on camera. Number 1. Gold. The first is perhaps one of the most enriching because it allows us to believe again in sunken treasures. This time, a group of divers dived into the depths of a river. Once there, they began their expedition without knowing what they would find. One of them noticed a medium-sized chest, very well hidden. However, the young man's intrepid vision enabled him to reach it and take it out. As he did so, with some trepidation, he noticed that underneath it was an interesting gift. These were gold coins that had shot out of the chest. Number 2. Aliens. Do you believe in aliens? Have you ever had the chance to meet one under the sea? Well, for these intrepid sea adventurers, it was a very shocking close encounter. What they saw from afar seemed to be something unsettling, an eerie figure, especially in its shape and size. As they approached, the divers noticed that it was not dynamic, that is, it was as if it were mummified. From a distance of 1 meter, they could see the enormous figure of an alien, an extraterrestrial being, with a position as if it wanted to run away. Its body was all metal, as if it were a marine alien robot. Strange, isn't it? Number 3. Vehicles. It is common to see in action movies how cars end up after a big chase buried under the sea. However, in real life, these cases are not so common. A group of divers were making their daily journey through the Norwegian bays, and all of them were immediately the protagonists of a curious find, a car. The interesting thing is that they discovered a luxury car, a white BMW VX5 in good condition. When it was taken out, there was no clue or clear fact that would describe truthfully what had happened. Number 4. Lost City. Atlantis is the most famous lost city in the world. But did you know about Heraklion? In 2000, Frank Gaudio, a French archaeologist, and a team of explorers came across a lost city. This happened on an expedition in the Mediterranean Sea. Heraklion, according to the story, was a strategically located Egyptian city. It had everything it needed to be an educated, warlike, and very powerful civilization. It was the commercial meeting point between Egypt, Greece, and the rest of the world. It was 10 meters below sea level. The story goes that this city was submerged after a terrible earthquake. Number 5. iPhone X. Have you ever had the misfortune of losing your iPhone X in the river and having the greater fortune of having someone find it and return it to you? This is the story of a young expeditionary who was looking for lost treasures in the river without knowing that he would be the protagonist of a story. When he went down the river and after a small search, he managed to see something brilliant. With great excitement, he approaches and takes what appears to be an iPhone X. It had a protector, a pop socket, and the screen was intact. It was a real communications treasure. However, what this young man did was amazing. He returned the mobile to its original owner. Number 6. iPhone X, iPhone 7, wallet. The River of Lost Treasures. That's what this area should be called. What are the odds of finding an iPhone X, an iPhone 7, and a wallet at the same time? I don't know the answer, but for this guy you could say it was a miracle. The first find was the iPhone X, and his excitement was incredible. But he wasn't done. After a few meters, he found an iPhone 7 in a well-sealed plastic bag. To close the day, on a rock was a wallet with some dollars and ideas. Why were there so many valuables missing? This is a river where tourists practice extreme sports or spend the day submerged in its waters. It is important not to take this kind of objects to the expeditions you do if you don't want to lose them. Underwater treasures always have a story to tell. Sometimes they're not discovered for sure, but those who find them have the opportunity to tell it from their perspective. As for these discoveries, which one do you like most?